So we'll wait for more people to come in, and I'll definitely share those best driver stories with you all. And these will all be official races that occurred after the fact. So this has been very recently. This occurred probably within the last couple of weeks. So we'll wait a little bit. Mhm. So we'll wait. It's a little while longer, guys. Mm-hmm. Definitely could have been this car. Don't mind me just eating. That's what it was. And that's what it was. Yep. Exactly the same car. And so I hope more and more people come in here, guys. I have such great, crazy stories to tell you all. It was such a crazy night yesterday. You guys have no idea. Uh, where's everybody at? Mav said, what's up? Yo, Mav. Oh, my tortillas are getting dry. Better hurry this up. Bro, I broke my arm. What? Mav, how did you do that? Guys, breaking news. Mav just told us that he broke his arm. Our best prayers. Hope for your full recovery, Mav. Wow. I'm like, no, that was his good Fortnite arm. I'm like, no. I'm like, Mav's good aim. No, it's alright, bro. I'm sure you'll be back to normal. Give it a month or two. I'm sure you'll be back. Brand new, better than ever. I was gonna say let's play Fortnite, but it doesn't look like we can. I mean, we can. And bro, I'm still upset that they took out Don't Steal My Brain Rot from Fortnite. Like, I was gonna give Mav his Odin Din thing back, and I didn't get to. Yo. What's up? Oh. I'm gonna turn off the cam. My bad. What's up? How's your day going? Yo, it's good. How about yours? Oh, what are you eating? Some tacos. Some chicken tacos. A little bit of cranberry juice. Nice. Yeah, that was good. That hit the spot. That hit the late night gamer food spot. I'm a subscribe, yo. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Alright, guys, I think we should get started with the stories. No more messing around. Let me start up a TTV so I can tell the story on there too. And there's other napkins for my face, by the way. Because it's all greasy. Look at. Look like. I look shiny. Like. It's not good. I look like a shiny man. Does colon have aura? I mean, if you guys think so, yeah. Nice guys. Yep. A little hack. When y'all in school, make sure you guys keep the napkins from when you guys go to fast food. These come in clutch. Look at that. Huge difference. Broke my arm and leg. Oh my gosh, man. You gotta be careful, brother. Alright. See, that's a huge difference. Like, do you guys see how I was looking before? I don't know, I just like, Nah, it did not hurt. Wow. Mav is tough, guys. Mav didn't cry when he broke his arm and leg, but Mav did cry when I stole his brain. I'm just kidding. No, he didn't. But I did steal his brain rot, and I wish I could have given it back. He said, F you. Dang. I did. Nice. Bro, I'm mad about that, bro. I really wish they didn't take it out. I hope they put it back up. Alright, hold on. Let me pull up my notes really quick. Okay? I'm back. Let me go get some more juice and I'll start telling the story. Alright, guys. Mm. Alright, guys, so let me tell you. Do not say I am raising the huzz. What do you mean? No, Mav might not be, but Colin, yeah, me or yeah, I'm definitely raising the huzz. The reach fee. Okay, guys, let's start it off. So, oh wait, I gotta crap. Okay. What is up, everyone? I have some stories for you guys. Before we start off with the stream, I'm live on YouTube, guys. So you guys know that's where I'm gonna be telling the story. And so this would be basically the start of season 3 and best driver. I told you guys the rest of the story, so the second half of season 2. And it being basically like a requiem or, you know, all sort of the sorts. Right, is that the right word? Yes. And so, you know, and I refer to, you know, as in, you know, just life. It really just changed for me, like, a lot. So that was the second half. So moving on to season 3, we, like I said, we made the progress. We worked on ourselves and stayed strong, stayed true. And so, let's see, the camera's still on, so my description would be new growth, fun times, right? And, you know, I've been, like, listening to a lot of, like, new music, you know, I listen to some of the same artists, some of the, like, you know, big hits, right? You know, that everybody might know, right? But then, you know, sometimes you like to dive a little deeper, take a little dive, and listen to something you haven't listened to before. And so that's what we did. You know, it was new growth, lots of fun. And, you know, we've been receiving lots of challenges, like I said, from Hondas and Mazdas recently, actually. So I could tell you guys a lot about, like, these are all 2020X, you know, Mazda 3s, CX-5s, or I mean, my bad. Yeah, CX-5s and 9s. That would be the right car. And then, you know, even hack encounters with, like, all-wheel drive Honda Pilots and, you know, Civic Sports, a couple Type R's here and there. still undefeated. Nonetheless, guys, it always just comes down to really like, who knows, man. It just comes down. It comes pretty close most of the time. It's never that far off. And so, let's see, those ones, there wasn't really any major battles, right? It's all in good faith, right? You know, some unofficial challenges. You know, I don't start them, I just finish them. And yeah, and I think recently we've only just had some actual more official like races where it just got really, it really just became a real battle, you know, like head on, you know, going side to side, side by side, I mean. And so I'm not really telling the story very well so far, but that's the basics of it. Let's start. Okay. And so yeah, let's see. The the Mazda 3s and the CX-9, I've definitely taken them down on the uphills and downhill section, right? And then there's this one time where this wasn't official. I was on a practice run, and like I said, I wasn't gonna let anyone mess up the run. And so this car decided, you know, to start getting in the way. He sped up, you know. He basically tried to run away, and so it became a chase. But I wasn't necessarily chasing him. I just knew I had to pass him if I was gonna have any chance of practicing my run at all. You know, this guy's just gonna be stuck in front of me the whole time. And so I had to make my moves, guys. And he noticed, you know, as soon as we got by the first corner, you know, he takes it with decent speed, but you know, obviously he slowed down. And I take it, and I'm going on normal speeds as well, but I take it better. And we come down, and you know, I get the gain right there, right? So instead of losing ground, I gain lots of ground from that. And we're right on him, and we pretty much get on his tail at that point. And he tries to block the inside line. He knew I faked him out by making him think that I would go on the inside. And he tried to block it. And in that moment, I faked him out. And I initiated like a drift, basically, guys. And I blocked him from the outside. And I forced him to brake on the inside. And then I just floored it. And I took him out. And that was that. That one was unofficial, though. I wouldn't really call that one anything, guys. It was just, like I said, on a practice run. And, you know, you got people. Like I said, he didn't want to get past, so he decided to try to run. That's just how it goes. Mav saying, please shut up, Mav. It's alright, bro. It's alright, your arm and leg will heal soon enough, bro. And so that was like one of them newer Elantras, though. That was like probably 20... That had to have been like a 2018. And so let's just imagine it, put it side by side. This is them, this is me. You know, they come around the turn and I come around the turn, but I gain my ground on them. And the pressure starts building, and I'm right behind them. And then I go like this, and they try to block it, but I fake them out, and then I start I drift on the outside like that. while blocking them on the inside. And then boom, I mean, they couldn't do anything. What were they gonna do? I was blocking the whole road with the car right there, going fully sideways. And then boom, I just took off. And it was gone just like that. Then, you know, we pull up to the stop sign, you know. He pulls up all hectic because of all the pressure. But, you know, I kept my cool. You know, I just pretended like nothing happened. Because, I mean, really nothing happened. I was on a practice run, guys. I just had to get through it, man. Otherwise, like I said, I just would have been getting held back. But that was just one of the more better ones, I would say, because I literally blocked him like that, guys. Like, it is straight out of the textbook. And so, a couple other stories. These ones are actually pretty good. I forgot what it ended up happening, but let's see, how did it come down? This was literally like a couple of days ago, yesterday. But I had forgot, like, I think I was just coming off of a stop and and like it's just like, it was a new gen Acura, man. These one of them new ones, man. And I still actually have to look that up right now to tell you guys which one it was. Okay, there we go. So it was either one of these. It was like, let me see images. Give me a better. Yep, that's what it was. It's an Acura MDX Type S all-wheel drive. It was either that one or something else, something similar to it. And so, like, you know, this guy starts trying to have a whole braking contest with me, guys. You know, like, you don't ever notice the braking contest starts, like, you get challenged by somebody until they start trying to outbrake you, you know? And I'm like, and that's what I'm getting at by unofficial challenge is like I said, you know, I just be driving out there normally and some guy just has to test his braking against me, you know? And I don't know, man. You know, I'm not one to back down from a challenge like that, so you know, I usually let them go on ahead and I say, all right, show me what you got. And so this guy, you know, and I'm not gonna lie, this one was probably the closest one. This guy almost had me. Like, literally, I the best driver nah, I'm just kidding. It would have been unofficial, but that would have been an L, because this guy actually hit the limit really, really good. Like, he literally almost stopped. He stopped perfectly on the line, but as soon as he saw me, like, pull up right next to him, and I was about to be on the line too, but my nose was going to be sticking out further. You know, he panicked and he let go. He passed the line. Literally, we were side by side. My nose was sticking out barely forward. I was about to actually almost DQ myself because he was so much on the line that he hit it that perfectly. I was like, ah, crap, I'm done for. But just out of luck, man, this guy DQs himself out of panic. And, you know, it was crazy because I was like, wow. And I signaled my win. And he stopped after that. It was, honestly, it's an unofficial thing, but they take a real official L, you know? So I don't know what year it was. It looked pretty new though. It didn't look like no 2022, man. It definitely looks like one of these 2024s right here. It wasn't, it was definitely not no 2022, man. It was definitely a newer one. And yeah, that's what happened on that one, man. That one was crazy. And another one ended up happening when it literally almost in the same spot but going the other way. You know, it's, hold on, I gotta look this one up just to make sure which one it is. Is it the 4Runner or the... It wasn't a Tacoma. I think it was the 4Runner. But it was a TRD Racing Pro. Let me make sure I get the right one. Yeah, it was a 4Runner. Okay, that's the exact one, yep. And so this is like, you know, like I said, I make my turn and this guy, you know, like I said, I can already sense it. It's like I have like some spider senses for this type of stuff, man. And and like I said, you know, me and this guy, you know, I'm like, all right, let's settle this, old man. And I'm like, you know, we start getting the side by side. I let him get ahead of me, you know. I'm like, all right, let's go. And I let him get ahead a little bit just to see where he's gonna break at. Oh my goodness. Almost made it to Friday, 4 hours left, nice. And so I let him go ahead so I can catch him way beyond the limit of his 4Runner, you know? Because knowing the limit of that car compared to the limit of mine, easy pickings, man. And so boom, you know, I catch him way at the, you know, he hits his limit and then boom, I literally like, you literally see me zoom past him, past his limit, and I hit my brake perfectly, right? And we're side by side, and then he decides to re-engage. So it's a DQ if you re-engage your transmission, bro. That's another rule. Like, if you re-engage your transmission, what's the point? It's like you didn't even stop, bro. You're not coming to a stop. You're literally going again. It's not like, bro. Like, you know, if you're at a stop and you re-engage the transmission to get a little bit further, just to inch one more, like, no. Sorry, buddy. You lose, you know. And so boom, as soon as I get past his limit and I'm up at like almost like the hood of the car almost, and you know, boom boom, and at the limit, and you know, he steps on it even harder because like his brakes, because like I said, he tried to, he was already at his limit. He tried to let go and go back in, you know, back out of that, but there's no way out. He's, all that inertia's forward already. It's too late. And so easy pickings right there, you know. And I told him, I said, get good, bro. I told him. And you know, after that, bro, he just drove off away slowly. Didn't try to chase me, didn't do nothing, bro. Just went on about, like, bro gave up. Like I said, guys, it's like that, bro. It's a real L, guys. Don't go out there doing stuff like that, you know, and get handed an L. You know, it's gonna be there forever, you know. It's the facts. Hi, yo, what's up, Bob? And so that's one of them. Now let me tell you guys another one. This is another one, guys. Like, man, this guy started trying to chase me down, bro. Like I was heading to the spot to the mountains where I go help out the community, guys, right? And this guy it was a Lexus, bro. It was a Lexus SUV. I'll tell you guys which one it is. Is it this one? Yeah. It was like some Lexus RX like 350 or something, RX 400, man. It was one of them SUVs. You know, those ain't bad. They're not. Like I said, this guy tried to chase me down, and you know, I caught him. You know, he couldn't catch me at the limit or anything. You know, and he braked. You know, he was like behind half a hood. And then, you know, he starts trying to run away, so I chase him down. You know, I go for the chase right here, and I said, let's settle this for real, man. I'll give you a fair shot. And so I chase this guy down, boom, boom, and you know, it was too easy. Like I said, it was too easy, man. You know, I roll down my windows, let him know GG's, get good, and boom, it's over. This guy's, like I said, slowed down, back to normal. Driving it is for that guy. Back to driving school for that guy. And like I said, man, no, I don't know why they do it. I just don't know why they do it. That one was a unofficial one though. I have a few more, guys. They get better. It gets better. I'm telling you. And it's crazy how this all happens in one night when I'm just trying to help the community. You guys wouldn't believe it. And so, where did I leave off at? Okay, right. This is when I told you guys I was on my way to help the community. And so then I'm going again, and this is a different section where this is towards where it would start the regular section, the forward section of the course. But this is before that. This is before, like, while we're on like the back roads, basically. We're on the back roads, and man, I just remember, like, okay, there's like an intersection, guys, and I don't know what kind of car it is, guys, right? I'm just driving normally. I make my turn, and you know, maybe it's just the way that my car sounds or something, or like, you know, the way it sounds, or you know, the way it looks. Who knows what it is, right? Maybe the aura. But you know, this guy started trying to chase me down, and as soon as I noticed that this guy was trying to go for like an overtake or something like that, right? I wasn't gonna have any of it. I said no. I said, let me show this guy what it's about. And we started going at it. Seriously, this guy, as soon as I hit the gas, he hit the gas, and we went boom. We were side by side a little bit, you know. And I didn't know what kind of car it was. And like we're side by side. I didn't really pay attention. And then boom, and I go for like an even bigger play. I step on it harder, guys. I don't know how to explain that. I just gas it harder. You know, instead of going like towards this little limit that I have on myself, you know, I break out of it. I bring it up to about like, let's say around like 3K. And, you know, and I'm putting the power down. And boom, you know, and then and I pretty much just leave this guy in the dust because there's this one spot where the road gets really sketchy. And, you know, it's either you know it or you don't. And, you know, it's coming towards a light. It dips like crazy. You know, I hit my lights and I do the whole thing without the lights on, you know, because I know where the lines are. And that confused the guy. You know, he literally let off the gas when that happened. You know, as soon as I killed the lights and I hit my line, you know, without stepping on the brakes or anything, he let off, and I just gained so much ground off of that. I gained hundreds to maybe 1,000 feet right there. And so, no, I gained hundreds of feet right there, not 1,000 feet. You know? On him. And then pretty much, you know, I make my turn and I signal my victory. And, you know, and little did I know that, you know, I was like, all right, let's see what kind of car this was after I signal my win and I'm already at the stop. And it takes this guy about like maybe 4 to 5, maybe 6 seconds to pass me already, you know, after, you know, picking his speed back up. And it was just a BMW Z4, guys. It was I think it was a Z4 or a Z3. It was a Z4. Yep. It was one of the older model ones. This is probably like a 04 or 05 C4. And I took him. I mean, sure, maybe he didn't have the power or whatever, but hey, man, you know, it's not about that. And that was it for them, you know. I think they had more fun than that, you know. I don't think they really took the loss that harshly, you know. They went on. I think they really saw that I laid it down, you know. They're like, damn. They're like, who was that? That guy just took us, man. We could not keep up with that guy, you know. That was the vibe they were giving, but they're like, man, that was good. And it's crazy how the night gets crazier after that. You know, I thought that would be the highlight of the night, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't, because as soon as I was on my way back from helping the community, you know, and I decide I'm gonna go hit the course, you know, and I make the turn smoothly, and I'm going normally, and I'm like, all right, let's have a normal run, a safe run, be careful, don't even like push it, don't do anything, just drive normally, bro, like just drive the whole thing normally. You know, and I don't ever, like I said, guys, that's what I go into, you know, when I go do it, that's all I think about, is just like driving normally, trying to. And so boom, boom, I do the thing, and then I look in my mirror behind me, and then, you know, let's say I'm going forward, and let's say this is the other car, and I don't know what car it is. And so just like imagine, you know, I'm going up and this guy goes boom, you know, but there's major speed bumps, like the way it varies, it doesn't, you can't speed through it. You know, it's a minimum of like 5 to 10 mph speed bump, bro, or else it doesn't matter how big your car is, it's taking a hit on the suspension. That's why you gotta do it smoothly. But this guy, boom, boom, you know. you see him, you know, he takes it harshly and he starts speeding up, you know, trying to catch up to me as I'm already at the stop. And I turn, and then this guy cuts a stop sign. You know, I'm watching him from while I'm going. And so let's see, where was I? So boom, I mean that would have been an auto DQ, but you know what? I was just gonna let it slide. So I start I'm still keeping up normally, and I see this guy trying to pick up speed, and he starts trying to tail me now, right? And so I let him catch up, and I let him pace me. We're about like 2-car pace, right? And then I'm like, okay, now this is where it gets serious, because I not just by looking at the headlights, you could tell this is a newer generation car, and this is where I had to think and be careful, guys. So I said, dang, I have to make my move like soon, because if I don't start dusting this guy now, he's gonna try to start gaining on me. And so boom, there's this little spot on the course where the ground isn't level, and that's where I decided to make my move. And so as soon as that spot, right before it came, I just boom, I hooked it, and we started going. And then as soon as I did that, like maybe like a second or two later, because I caught the guy off guard, it was literally perfect timing, like perfect, you know, execution. You know, he starts trying to chase me down. Like I said, I knew it. I'm telling you, it wasn't just like, like, you know, it wasn't just like, oh, I was just thinking it or imagining it. No, this guy started trying to chase me down. And so I said, all right, let's have at it then. You know, we hit these stops, and then, you know, we're going, and I started losing him, bro. After I did that, I started losing him, you know, and I started going because I was like, all right, man, this guy's car could be fast. So if I don't start putting it down, he's gonna keep up. You know, we passed by some people. You know, the people see us going by. You know, it's a downhill section. You know, you see me leaving him behind. You know, 2 cars turns into 4, 4 to 6, and then boom, boom, it's going. And then, you know, at that point, I'm like, you know, I already had pretty much won, because he was out of sight at that point after he tried chasing me down. And so I was already there. You know, we get to the top, and this is pretty much the climax, the apex of the hill, of the mountain. And we're there. You know, that's where we you know, made the best driver image. And you know, we wait, and it was probably a good maybe 15, almost 30 seconds, guys, like that I was, you know, and I slowed down too once, because, you know, it started getting residential, so I wasn't gonna start doing all that, start doing too much. And you know, and I signal my win, because I see him start coming down. Like, you see him still trying to like speed up and figure out where I'm at, and I'm already signaling my win. And you know, it was over already, guys. Like, it was over. But you know, I pull over a little bit, and I let him go, because I said, all right, let's go for real. And so I let him go, and then I start following behind, and you know, he starts trying to run away, like I said, guys. But as soon as I like go past his limit, and we're side by side like that, and my car is in front, and then I hit an overtake on him, you know, this guy just gets all mad, and he started honking his horn at me, and I was like, God, this guy. You know, I was like, he could dish it, but he can't take it, you know? And, you know, and let me tell you guys, when I found out what kind of car it was, that we beat, guys, like, it was something else, man. It was something else. Like, it almost, It almost is like as good as when we beat that Roush. You guys have no idea. And so it was one of the craziest stories, guys. It was and let me tell you guys what car it was. It was a here we go. Yep, it was this one, guys. It was and I can't really specify the year, but it was for sure a 2020X Mercedes-Benz AMG GT. I don't know if it was like the S or whatever, or the black, but it was debadged actually, so it could have even been a Brabus, you know. And I took him out, literally, bro. Like, and he gave up after that, bro. It was done, easy picking, bro. Never to be seen again. He was actually looking for me. Like, once I got to the bottom, guys, you know, this guy like passed around me a few times. Like, this guy was genuinely looking for me, bro. Like, after the fact. You know, it was pretty crazy, guys, to take down something like that. And so, you know, the overtake was clean, and you know, I hit probably I had my best time, I think, yesterday. Like, you know, man, there's this one section where it's just like a really wide, it's like it's just a bend. You know, it's not a corner, it's not a hairpin, it's nothing, you know, it's a bend. It's just a almost straight road, but it bends. And you know, I just remember after getting away from that guy, I was just going at it. And you know, I just remember I just felt so good. I was like, you know, I just hit the brakes, and then next thing you know, the car is just like all four wheels are just sliding on the ground. And I'm just holding the wheel perfectly in my hands, and I'm like, yeah. And you know, just the sound of it was crazy. And it just, you know, it just shook the whole mountain. And you know, we get to that one turn where it comes to where I could do the gutter trick. And you know, I drift into the gutter, and I just, and we're gone. And it was just one of the craziest battles we've ever been in, guys. Like, imagine, guys, that in that car, look, it says right here, a 4.0 liter V8 bi-turbo engine. This guy was trying to chase me down. Think about it, guys. And I took him. So, not only once, but twice. So 2 to make it true. And that was the craziest, like, night out, guys. After that, you know, I like literally, and I can't even explain this, guys. Like, literally after I had so many cars trying to pull up on me, you know, I had like souped up WRXs and like F-150s just pulling up on me, bro. Like, it was messed up. I was like, damn, y'all. I was like, everybody wants them tonight, you know. It was insane. But you know, I just knew I had to call it a night after that, because it wasn't even necessarily that battle. It was the run that just like, that made me feel so much better. And literally yesterday that same day was when we got the gold run on Find Your Groove in Need for Speed 15 on the drift event. And so, like, it just goes to show all the practice and effort that we put in on the daily. Oh crap, I forgot to fix the webcam, guys. Sorry. I'm over here chatting and looking chopped. There we go. And yeah, I think that would pretty much be like where we're at in season 3. Would it be like a halfway thing? I'm not sure. But yeah, that thing was debadged, man. I couldn't tell what it was. And the only one it had was the one on the front, so I don't think it was a Brabus. It's probably just a regular. But yeah, man, you can't make this kind of stuff up. This is just too real. I mean, I really hope one day I could like show you guys, make the whole animations and the best driver stuff. Someday I hope to bring the works to you guys. Alright, let me respond to Mav now, because he's been typing crazy. Mav's over here telling me that he died in shrapnel. But yeah, guys, that's it, and that's it. That's where we're at, guys. I had my best run yesterday, and we just so many breakthroughs, and we're gonna be doing more of that real soon. More CarX drift time attack and everything. Really great stuff. And you guys, it's just crazy. I saw that car pass me by like two more times that night. Just like he was mad. Bro was just like, he'd see me and then he just like, bro was trying to beat me in a straight line contest. Sure, bro, put us in the same car and we could run it. But yeah, I hope that story was good for you guys. I know it was a bit chopped up and all over the place, but I feel like that was the best way I could tell it. It was really straight out of the textbook. And so we'll do some Wildlands. We did reinstall DBD, guys, and we were playing it today. Some will be playing more of that tonight. And we'll play Roblox. And then we'll check our Grow Garden, and I think that's about it. That's all I want to do tonight. It's for the love of the game, guys. Man. You know it. Those people went out and sold their cars the next day. They're like, man, I need something faster. Doing the Lord's work. Natural selection. So yeah, guys, that's why I don't even really entertain most of these battles, because look at the battles that we've been in. Like it. Seriously, I'm not scared of no. Never mind, guys. I'm not even gonna name the cars. They just sometimes it's the drivers. I ran into plenty of good drivers. But yeah, nah, most of the time, no, I ain't scared. Yo, so if you guys stuck around for that whole best driver story, you guys are a real OG for that. Trust me, that's gonna go down in history. Like, it's gonna be written in textbooks someday. Oh, you know some other honorable mentions? I don't think I. Oh wait, no, I did. That was in season 2. What am I talking about? But I think that would bring us up to like around 40 battles and 0 losses. I think I'm about to just retire. Wonder what happened to math. Yo, Raven, if you're still there, thank you, bro, for coming by. Dang. So, oh, you know what? Should we even try the Sam Fisher mission again, bro? Like, that mission was impossible, bro. I wanna cry just doing that mission, bro. I don't ever wanna do this again. I will give it one try. Just for the stream. Fisher would be proud. Come on. Let's get to work. Still got a ways to go. But actually, this might be good here. How the hell does Fisher? My bad. How the heck does Fisher survive this kind of stuff, man? Like, bro was wearing a freaking surf suit. Bro wasn't even wearing a thing of body armor, bro. How the heck did he get in there? That's what I want to know. Bro, how did he get in there? Like, dude, there's at least 100 guys in there, bro. Like, how? He's not even wearing no body armor, bro. You're telling me I gotta... Oh my gosh. This guy is crazy. This guy is crazier than me. Alright, let's do it then. I'm all for it. On the way, Fisher. No, bro, this guy is crazy. Oh, gosh. I still don't know how we're gonna beat this, like I said. Probably just gonna have to be luck. stop. Dude, I did it first try. Come on. Alright, I can't lie. He's pretty loaded, but that's some thin. Look at it. It's thick, but it's thin, bro. Some advanced armor. Bro, I love that scene where he said, you need that shows up, you turn on the lead faucet, bro. What? Bro. He's like, damn, this guy's a fucking badass. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, guys, my bad. Oh, see what I mean? I just messed up really bad. I should have just stayed right there. No, we're all gonna die. I need someone to res. Bro, where are my ghosts? They're nowhere to be found. I'm about to bleed out. Great. See what I mean? Oh well, at least it's not that hard. I feel like if I just run up there, it shouldn't be too bad. Right, if I kill the sniper, maybe I could take over his position, but no, that's too risky. I think I should keep my back on that wall right there, prone on the stairs. Because that door doesn't open, and all I gotta do is just watch over Fisher. I'm pretty sure he could hide with the laptop. Like, it doesn't seem like they're going after him, so. And then the same thing with the whole diversion lures, like where I messed up, I threw like 3 extra ones that I didn't need to throw by accident because I was trying to holster my weapon or something like that. Oh crap. That was an accident. Bruh. Oops. for sure. I'm not as good as I used to be. I'm just kidding. I'm better. I'm about to get blown up, aren't I? Oh my goodness, guys, we just survived that, bro. There's no way we just survived that. Fisher would be proud, bro. He said, no, I don't know how you managed to do this. Hiding under a little... Yeah, nice. Wait, where's my vehicle? It's over here. Let's go, Fisher. Hop in, brother. Nice. Hop in, hop in. Hold. Ah, you're right. Ah. Wow, we're going toe to toe with Fisher. Nah, I really just had to... Man, whatever, man. Dang. Alright, Fisher, don't worry. I'm gonna get us out of here. Bro, I'm gonna put this one in the highlights. We should be able to lose them. Oh, this isn't good. Alright, I just gotta drive really good right now. Nice off-roading. That's how it's done. Let's go. Pakatari, protect us, bro. Pakatari, come on. Rebels, please. Please, I got Fisher with me, guys. Come on, lose him on the uphill. Fisher said we were pretty good. I'll take it. Nah, people don't know if it... You know, they're saying he's full of crap, but he's literally done whole spec out missions by himself, bro. Like, he literally does missions that it would take these 4 ghosts to do by himself. With little to no body armor, just stealth. Like, bro, and he'd get it done like that, too. But I can't lie. I put everything I learned from Splinter Cell into that. We made it to extract. Oh man, that was tough. Let's go, Fisher. We made it, brother. My goat. Dang, bro. We just got full on respect from Sam Fisher, dude. You said y'all are pretty good. Watch your six, man. Oh, man. No glaze. No glaze, bro. Tom Clancy. My goat. Join up with Sam Fisher complete. That's enough, man. I've been trying to do this one all day, man. Clip, did I hope I streamed that, bro. Did I get that? Yeah. Let's go, man. Yo, Fortnite, perhaps, I think I might be up for that. Yo, I'm clipping that, bro. Pretty sure I streamed that. If I didn't, I'll be upset, but nothing like the experience, man. That deserves a celebratory hit, guys. Man, I'm on a roll. No joke. That's gotta go in the highlights. Fisher would be proud. Yes, guys. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. It's so hype, bro. Literally. Man. Makes me want to play Splinter Cell. I actually was thinking about that, guys. That should be the next one we play. We play Chaos Theory for the stream. But I'm not sure. We still have to play AC3, and we still have to get through Wildlands, of course. It's a bit of a ways ahead, man. You guys see how long that mission took. Took us an entire day just to be able to beat that. Yes. thinking. I could play Fortnite, but nobody's on. This DVD Roblox one. Let's do it. Like, oh my gosh, it's dead. Like, look at my. I'm just kidding. Blow cloud for you guys to not watch. Man, the extract was so crazy too. Like, we just book it back the way we came through. Very nice. I'll pull my charms. What happened to this? Oh. Man, what an intense stream so far. Crazy. Nice. This is hard. I don't know how we're gonna survive this. Bro. Keep talking. Third northwest. I'm running all over this crazy place. Am I gonna what? Yo, thank you so much, bro. The bits for the gift. It's awesome, bro. Listen. Bro, you took all my money, what? Yo, but you're the first person that's actually ever sent, like, gifts, you know, instead of a dono, bro. Thank you, bro. So, like, just know, like, you were the first person ever. So if I ever, like, get, like, a bajillion followers, you can say, yo, I was the first one. Sent makeup brush? Yo. Bro, the gifts are crazy. I said I took all your money. Bro. Nice. No, thank you so much, Bob. Alright, let's see if this will work now. Yo, the gifts are crazy, bro. Let's see if I... Oh, let's fix that later. It's not calling me nice. You stole money from my kid, what? Oh, bro, that's... I didn't do anything. That couldn't have been all your money. What do gifts do again? They're like the same as donos, actually. It's more of a, like... It's a live thing, so I feel like with gifts, I think it pushes me up on the platform, right? So, like, let's say it'll probably show me more on the For You page if I had, like, more gifters. So I gave you money? Yes, essentially, yes, I still get my part and my share. I gotta go, it's Thursday at that time. Alright, bro. You have a good night too. Catch you later, Pop. Go to bed. Your bedtime is 10:10. I let you stay up 30 minutes. Go to bed. That's you, bro. Alright, bye. Later, Pop. No. Come on now, get that done. Stop messing around. No. Nice. Yo, that was insane. 1, 2, 3. Did everybody survive? No, only one person died. That's pretty good. Alright, let's open up. Good. It's kind of odd. I did used to say it. Let's go to the other section. toucan. Another toucan. Nice. Oh, what the heck? Wait a second. This is a mango, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Yo. It's clearly the largest mango ever. And this too. Mango tree. Might put it right here. Right here. Oh my gosh, bro. Nothing takes up like almost a quarter of my garden. Okay. I need to improvise for this. can do is I can move this dragon fruit to a safer location. Let's say somewhere over here. And you all the way over here. Really, really big mango. Oh my gosh. You know what? It would make sense if I could actually make more space out of this. Careful. missed your stream earlier. Sorry, I love your stream, so thank you very much, bro. Appreciate it. It's alright. Need some more. You tired? No, I'm on Roblox, bro. Garden. I'm messing with the garden here. Bro, I just grew the biggest mango ever. This thing takes up like almost a quarter of my, not a quarter, but like 10% of my garden. Or a little less, maybe like like 5%. But wow. Alright. We'll leave it like that for now. I am pretty tired, you're right. I may call it a night. Nice, yeah. Probably just chatting, watching videos. I think I'm gonna make a new thumbnail soon. So I know how you guys love those. You better stay held up at gunpoint. Bro. I'm like, bro, chill. What should I do? I feel like I just played all my games already. I just, I don't want to play, like, Warface and stuff, because I'm like, I'm just tired. I don't feel like getting in a shootout right now. I had plenty of that in Ghost Recon. We just got down on Girl Garden a little bit. And then... Oh, excuse me. My arms are sore in the community. Yo, you should check it out right here though. Pep gifted us like through the chat, right? You can send gifts. And so let me know if you guys can do that actually. I bet I can scare you, okay? So what's next, man? What should I do? Oh, I could play Fortnite. And do festival again, but I'm just kinda... I'm gonna call it a night, everyone. That was good.